Today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, guys, look at this. Bitcoin is right now flashing a signal that the last time it flashed it, we had a 700% move. And actually, in the last 11 years, this signal flashed time and time again. And every single time, we had a crazy move for Bitcoin. The question right now is, of course, is this move going to be towards the upside or towards the downside? I want to elaborate on this specifically here today with you. Guys, make sure you smash up the like button towards a new all-time high. And I want to start a little bit here on the higher time frames, show you this signal, show it to you also in an historic perspective, and tell you exactly what we can expect from the Bitcoin price right now in the immediate short term. Take a seat, watch this video until the very end, because I want to include also a potential trade for Bitcoin. And of course, I have some words of caution, because just wait until the very end. I can promise you guys, this is a very important one. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Thank you so much for being part of the MMCrypto family, for pressing subscribe, pressing the bell and pressing on all. And now let's go straight into the content. And I want to start on the daily candles for Bitcoin. And I'm back in Dubai. You can see here we have the Burj Khalifa view. All we have to hope here right now is that the next green candle for Bitcoin is going to be green and as big as the Burj Khalifa. And now let's talk about the Bitcoin price. I want to start on the daily candles before I'm going over into the shorter time frames and also into a potential trade. What you can see here on the daily candles is, of course, the Bitcoin price. And you have the 200 period moving average. And this is very, very important, the 21 period moving average here on the daily candles. And what does this mean here? Because right now you can see that they were crossing. They were just crossing. And usually, especially for bullish and bearish crosses, the best thing is to do, taking the history into consideration. The history is not giving us a perfect indication of what's going to happen in the future, but it is giving us a small glimpse, at least probability-wise. And what we can do here is, if you are looking at the last bullish cross we had from bottom to top, in the moment we crossed, we had here a retest, and it's 700% pump towards the upside. Actually, right now, the same thing happened. We had the cross and now a retest, which is the exact same thing than the last time it happened. And well, you can see, we didn't see this bullish movement immediately. No, we even saw a small shakeout afterwards. We can get the same thing right now. We are talking about the daily candles, but what you see, this marked the temporary bottom for Bitcoin and the beginning of this uptrend. And even here, where we had the black swan event afterwards, we saw a big pump towards the upside. Even here, we saw like a 20% pump almost. Like a little bit less, I measured wrong here, a little bit less than 20%. But even here, this is the worst example in the last 11 years, we saw a big pump. Now let's check this one out here. And I just want to show you a few more examples here before we are going in the immediate short term. The moment we had the bullish cross, Bitcoin pumped up 180%. And I can go back in time. I can go back years back in time. Let me quickly auto scale this. And you can see that every single time we had this signal, even this one here, very bad example, and still we had a 27% pump towards the upside. Right here, this was, of course, one of the most prominent examples where we had the bullish cross. At the moment of the bullish cross, we had another 8,000% pump towards the upside. So these bullish crosses, not 100% indication for Bitcoin going into the next massive bull run, but it's always, every single time, an indication for bullish movements for the next 2-3 weeks. So let's keep this in mind, and now let's go into the short term for Bitcoin. If I'm going over here to the 4-hourly candles, then you can see that Bitcoin is still somehow here within that channel. We broke down here, we retested many times, went higher. Right now, Bitcoin is fighting with it. And no matter how you draw it, either we are still in or we broke down, Bitcoin is not really yet showing bearish follow through. And this is just one small word of caution. If we are getting here rejected, going below the previous rejection point, of course, we have to get a little bit more vigilant. And pulling out the Fibonacci retracement ratio from the top to the bottom, then you can see that, and this is really the only moment, only if we are creating a new low for Bitcoin, only if Bitcoin goes below 46,000 US dollars, closes below, this is when I got cautious. As long as we are creating higher lows for Bitcoin, I remain bullish as long as we create higher lows for Bitcoin. So 46,000 is the number. If we break this, my next price target would be at 42,200. As long as we are not breaking the previous low, I remain bullish, guys, and I always remain bullish as long as we are having this uptrend for Bitcoin, which is higher highs and higher lows, and I will remain bullish here. And this is the only reason why our trades here always so successful when we are catching a bull trend, because we are having strong hands. This trade is still open. 5.4 million US dollars, 1.9 million US dollars almost in a profit. I'm still keeping this open. The moment my bias changes is the moment I am going to update you. Unless this is not happening, I am looking on the higher time frames. I am looking on the trend change not to happen, not to flip bearish here. And I'm looking out for the bullish cross, which already happened here, which is historically extremely powerful, and obviously also for a future bullish cross here, which is soon going to happen. This is another one. You remember this was the 21, and now you can see this orange one is the 50 period moving average. And this is the most important golden cross, the 50 period and the 200 period daily moving average. And this is going to happen in the next 1 to 2 weeks. And this has like a much better accuracy here if we were to go back in time, even better than the 21 and the 200 period moving average. I want to know from you right now, because I know that many of you guys are right now going a little bit more bearish, and it's completely fine. I just want to know your sentiment right now. Bitcoin is chopping around. I was talking about at least since the 36 level, where I scaled in my trade, that I am flipping significantly bullish for Bitcoin. And sometimes people were doubting it. I mean, Bitcoin is not going up in a straight line forever. The higher time frames are the most important one. And so far we can be very proud of us, because the last 3-4 weeks we have been perfectly accurately right here. We're just having some swings in the meantime. Let me know what you think about that, guys. And also, I want to know your feedback. I recorded in the jet where I was flying to Dubai is fully dedicated video about my top 6 altcoins, and the altcoins I'm partially holding and I'm partially scaling in as we speak. Do you want this video? If we are getting more than 10,000 likes on this video, I am going to publish this video. Let me know if you want it, and I will publish this video with my personal top 6 in altcoins, where I'm cautiously scaling in or I already scaled in. Let me know down below. Smash up the like button, make noise for the algorithm, and we are going to see each other soon at the next one on MMCrypto. As always, guys, as always, quickly, let's hope the next candle for Bitcoin is going to be as big and hopefully green as the Burj Khalifa. As always, guys, as always. Bye-bye.